Well, Bart, I got your camera out testing it. As you can see, conditions are not good. Set the gain to 5. So here's the default saturation. I usually go down to about 40. And I haven't tweaked pressures. Let me raise primary pressure up a little. There were some proms on the edge. Let me see if I can get both the proms and the so you can see a prom at 230. I'm recording the screen now. Let me see if I can tweak focus. As you can see, we're looking through some pretty horrendous conditions. A lot of times I'll go to gray because it's easier to tweak color. North and south flipped. Oh, there's a big prom at the top. So we go just to prominences. Whoa, man, that is a biggie at the top. Let's go to ROI. See if I can kind of zero in on those proms. As you can see, the camera appears to be working okay. Let's do some more zeroing in on this prom. See what happens when I go to color. This color. for a negative. I like negatives in grayscale, but in color I much prefer color and not the negative. Let's go around the limb. Nice filament. Multiple filaments. Nope. A filament at the bottom, and well, we're now looking at the Lunt hotspot. That bright area. Let me move the sun back to the center. There's the center of the sun. Let's see if I can tweak focus a little bit better. It's not the best of days. Let me see if I can change the sharpness a little. The sharpness tweaked a little. And let's go back to playing with contrast and gamma. And brightness. And let me grab a recording. I have it set for a 500 frame recording. I'm at 50 frames, which took about 5 seconds. So it's about 10 frames a second. I'm at 250 frames now. .430 frames. .500 frames. Looks like there may be some filaments, I mean some flares occurring. You can see those bright areas in the around the sunspot clusters. Grab that region of interest and grab another recording. So it appears that the camera is working the way it should. The issue is probably with the focus on your scope. Like 350 frames. get to 500, I'm gonna go back to maximum, go bring the slider in. Oh wait, no. Histogram? What the heck did I do? Here's the RGB histogram. Okay. There's the histogram to default. So let's see what happens when I move it a little bit to the left. See what's going on with those prominences. Default, reduce saturation to about 40. Okay. So let's go around the limb one more time. I like that one. I'm going to go back to the grayscale with that. I want to do a reduce the exposure a little. And then do a region of interest on just that and hit apply and then hit rotate. Rotate by 270. There it is. So I'm rotated and zoomed in on that one. Prominence. This will probably look better in negative. I'm still in 50 sharpen. Let's see, maybe I go a little bit higher. There's 0 sharpness. And I'll grab a video on this. It'll grab frames faster, like 250. it got about 8 seconds to capture 250 frames. So let's change the properties to instead of 500 frames, let's go to 5,000 frames. Record. Okay, so now 150, 360, 580, 1,000. Took 11 seconds for 1,000 frames. So I'm going to take these videos afterwards and then process them, and I'll send you the images I get from them. I'm at 2,500 frames already in about 28 seconds. .4,000 frames in 45 seconds. Go back to 0 rotation. Go back to full frame. Go back to positive, and go back to surface. And the clouds drifting through again. Bummer. But Bart, as you can see, it appears the camera is working properly. I just cut the exposure down, and I lowered gamma. It's everything default, so let me lower gamma. Well, I think that's all for now. It appears that the camera is behaving as it should. Let me go back to color mode, back to reduced saturation. Colors, reduce the red a little. It's much harder dealing with color image. Let's see, let's change a little less red. A little bit more green. Blue. So hopefully you'll be able to look at this video and see that the camera appears to be working properly. I don't know if you have access to any other telescopes you could try. If you could show me a setup, we can go from there. Well, I'm going to stop the recording for now.